Ooh la la. Good afternoon, everyone. Hot dog. Already? Oh dear, someone grab a ticket. Oh my god. We have wound up with a level 1 hype train. It's not going anywhere, obviously, because it's too soon. But thank you for the subscriptions there, Ironstorm and Cortex. Little Red Riding. Okay, that drawing looks nice. And hi, Will. Greetings, Ironstorm. Cortex, hello. Here, I be streaking through a Strife stream. Watch as I streak away. Thank you very much for the subscription there, Cortex. 46 and 38 months. Man, not bad. Meanwhile, Cortex tipped 100 bits. Oh my god, I was going to say something about saving my bits till now, but Will is a hot dog. And Storm Mage tipped 300 bits. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Opening screen wasn't a lie. No, it was not. No, it was not. I got this thing and I realized I didn't hype it up. I've been so busy with the group streams that we've been doing. And, well, yes, I am a hot dog today. I am a hot dog. I have company coming over later today, so I don't know how long I'll be streaming. For that reason, we're playing Minecraft today instead of Zelda. And I haven't eaten yet. And I can't see the monitor with the streaming software because of the hole in this costume. Yeah, you get the idea. How hot is it in that thing? Luckily, today is a cool day. We're only going to hit a toasty 74 degrees outside, which is still too damn warm for this time of year. But Storm Mage. You know what? You know what? We have started off strong. We've started off incredibly strong. Look at that. We've already reached the end of like level 1 hype train, and now we're going for level 2. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere because chat did this without... Chat didn't coordinate. You didn't coordinate for this. You didn't coordinate. 74 Celsius? That's a scorcher. Eli? Oh, for God's sake. Thank you very much for the bits there, Storm Mage. Thank you so much for the bits, Ironstorm. Hot dog hype train? Yeah, sure. Just run a hot dog train on me. Wait. There might be implications to that statement. Will being a hot dog, not something I thought I needed in my life. So now he has been a pumpkin and a hot dog. And now he is a hot dog. Yes. Yes, indeed. That is the case. I mean, it's the end of the month. I still have money left. No, you don't, Storm Mage. And moreover, like the second half of your freaking order from the gift list finally came in. So I'm not even going to stand on ceremony, man. I'm opening this thing right now because it's been sitting next to me. I was ready to open this on Monday, but you weren't here. And I was like, there's only one outstanding gift, and Storm Mage got it. So, ugh, God, the freaking hole in this costume is not conducive to being able to see. Hiya, what a sight to join in on, indeed. Oh yes, I saw the VOD. Did you see the VOD? Or are you just imagining that you saw the VOD? I suddenly feel like everything... I suddenly feel like eating hot dogs. I feel like this could very easily be misconstrued as an innuendo. I'm just saying. There's a stream. Hold up. Gotta go watch the new William Strife video. That's the funny thing. Like I had left my account on YouTube signed into my main account, and I had to switch it over to start streaming for the YouTube side of things. And the first thing I noticed when I opened up was that I got a new subscriber, probably because somebody already saw the video. Like I wanted to be live whenever that thing went up, so that people were like, "Oh, maybe I'll hop over and see what's up with that whole thing." Innuendos in this stream? Yes, exactly. There are no such thing as innuendos in this stream. This is a good Christian stream, you hear me? All right. Storm Mage, you got this. Okay, there's nothing else in that bag. What the? Uh-oh. That's a fancy ass word right there. Probably means that this is something naughty. Ithil? I think that's supposed to be pronounced Ithil. Oh my word. Oh my word. Well, how do you think that this is absolutely lingerie. How do you think that this would look on a hot dog? You know? Well, there was a statement previously about how you need to put something blue up on the wall, and then I was like, I don't have anything blue. Well, that is now fixed. Maybe it's Eiffel as in the Eiffel Tower? Yeah, probably. That's probably correct. My word. Yep, sure enough. And then fancy pants. Quite literally. Fancy pants. Strife is struggling to escape his hot dog confines. That could be misconstrued as a different type of... Care instructions. Hand wash. Do not wring. Do not tumble dry. Do not bleach. Cool iron. Hang dry. Oh my god. All right, well, chat, it was nice. It was nice getting an early hype train, but that's the end of everything. There's only 16 seconds. Nobody's hitting the end in that time frame. So, chat, before we even start trying to play Minecraft today, cheers. Oh, that's good coffee. Damn, is that good coffee. Thank you very much for the hype train, everybody. That was a pleasant and unexpected thing to receive. Oh, look at that. I got a button masher. I got a button masher emote. So yeah, we've started off strong, chat. It's a hot dog costume followed by a hype train, and then this fantastic lingerie that was purchased for me. This is awfully large. I wonder if this is going to fit. I'm curious if the sizing was incorrect. Not that I would wear this stuff. It's just, you know, it's just as a joke or something like that. So, fun stuff. It might fit. I don't know. It's even prettier. Like the crazy thing about a lot of this stuff that you find on Amazon and whatnot is the fact that like you don't know whether or not their sizing guide is correct in any capacity. Hello, Tev. I see you over there on the YouTubes. So chat. Let me hang on. Let me awkwardly try to figure out how to navigate my computer screens while not being able to see out the sides of my freaking face. Let's put some music on. I need a very particular piece of music. There's only one piece of music that will do the job here. So here's the deal, chat. Oh my god, this thing does not want to stay on properly. I haven't eaten yet. I have 3 donuts. This is a stomachache waiting to happen. No, it would not be cannibalism if a hot dog ate donuts. would be the way that nature intended it. Now, chat, I have sugar on my fingers. I must wash it off. I will be right back. I'm professional. I don't mute myself. Ironstorm, you redeemed change flag. What flag would you like to see? You guys are all into it today. My God. What do you have in stock? It is the pride flag, and I believe is the pride flag, the New California Republic, or Prince Sidon on a body pillowcase. Your choice. God, this coffee is amazingly good. You need more flags? There are a lot of flags on the wish list. Nobody buys them. They're so cheap as well. They're all like $10 or less. Like, hell, I even had like a novelty, pair of granny panties that were up on the list. That are the size of a flag that I could hang up there. Like, those sat on the list for so long that they discontinued them. I don't know what to tell you. I guess I'm like so strongly into getting people to buy me lingerie at this point. That's such a running joke that nobody seems interested in buying anything else. Do you know how long suits and vests have been on that list? I've never gotten a suit and vest. The pillowcase. All right. The pillowcase it is. Okay, I'm plugged back in finally. I think you should remove the lingerie from the throne then. I think what I'll do is I'll just not add additional stuff to... I think I'll stop adding additional lingerie. That and the fact that the last time I stopped adding lingerie, people stopped buying stuff. I don't know what to say. Is it really just the Minuteman flag that's on that list? My God, things have really moved and come and gone on that. I could have sworn I had a whole lot more of them. All right, I'll have to fix that in time. I accept other flag suggestions. Trying to keep it fictional, not actual like country flags. We want silly things like this. If you do not get a silly feel from what is going on your screen right now, what you are seeing, then I am doing something wrong and I don't know how to pump it up any further. Is the Commonwealth a flag? I don't think the Commonwealth has a flag. Thank you so much for the subscription there, Akita Storm. Good to know that I'm worth your time and your money. Great to have you along for the ride, and welcome to the stream. Okay. Are we ready to have some fun, chat? No, Ratchet. Not while I'm wearing this. Shoo. 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 Not when I have a hot dog costume on. Accent? Be patient. I'm having a hard time right here. I'm doing what I can. I got a headache because, like, it cooled down today, but along with the cooler along with the cooler air, we also got a lot, and I mean a lot, of allergens in with it as well. So playlists. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, so that's selected. I don't have to worry about it for a bit. Is it still $25 to put a bra on? You know what? You know what? I'll do you one better. $5 more for 30. I will put this new set on the skeleton, the top and the bottom. How's that? You could be waking up to 26 degrees Fahrenheit. If we woke up to 26 degrees Fahrenheit today, everything outside would be dead because it would be freeze shock, you know? Like the leaves are still on all the trees because it's so warm around here. We are 20 degrees above average this year. Okay, so mark the flag changes done. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Man, you guys got me up to, you guys got me halfway through. Half of the squats are redeemed at this point. That is insane. Okay. 68 to 74 sounds like a cool day in summer here. Man, it's late October and like I would love to be getting those on a regular basis, but we're not. We're lucky to be getting temperatures that low for the high. So okay. Sans, I will do your accent after we start playing the video game. Is that a deal? Okay? Okay. Man. Frog in my throat. Go ahead. Multiplayer. Whoop. Okay. I have returned. I'm back in the world. And of course, it's the middle of the night. It's currently 55 up here. How is it there currently? Outside? At least according to the weather app, which isn't particularly accurate, it's 68. And it's like we're still climbing for the day, so This is what we call a cool day around here. Okay. Wait a minute. I don't need to do that. What I want to do is I want to harvest up all of the wood around here today. You know what? We'll swap those. This will be faster this way. No such thing as having too much wood, right? The block pile, it must grow. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just like, this is just me doing like basically the daily stuff. Usually what I do is I start my day up by having a coffee and my breakfast and listening to the news stories, and I just play a little bit of Minecraft at the start of the day. Just a little bit. Enough specifically to harvest up and replant all the trees out here around the warehouse. Alright, so, old televangelist. God. I'm not entirely certain how exactly I'm supposed to do this, so, you guys are gonna have to give me a hand. A hand, because the wood must fall. You must fell the tree. The tree of might, the tree of glory, it must fall. I'm probably doing more of a preacher than a televangelist. There is the cadence. It's a very good start. Close enough, to be honest. And it is in the mighty wood that we find our salvation, which is why we chop down every single one we can ever find. For without wood, we would not have fires and houses. That is why we must deforest until the end of times. Add high emotions. They get it's like all I would suggest to add. That might hurt your throat, so be careful, Will dear. Do not worry about me, for the mighty wood will sustain me. Between the heartwood and the bark lies the balance. The balance of life and being able to sustain yourself. There will be a special time in the future when I harvest the actual heartwood. For it is coming. It is coming, for I have foreseen the future of Minecraft. In a Minecraft live video, they spoke of the Heartwood. It will seek to defend itself, but the righteous glory of my axe will find it no matter what. Okay, I think I am all through. The forest has been felled. The divine work has been done. Bark with me, my followers. Bark with me, for the wood has fallen. And there is nothing left but foliage underneath. And now that the forest has fallen, we must reseed. We must reseed for tomorrow. Not necessarily because we need more wood. Well, we don't care about the environment. We just care about getting more wood tomorrow. That's all. It's gonna take forever. Yes, you must plant. It is an important step. You must plant your seed among the bush. You must be mindful of where the seed needs to go. Plant in equal and distant measure. Frequently. Spread it far and wide. Whoops. And when the day is done, you must return to your bed, now that you have thoroughly expended your seed. And rest. Rest knowing you must work the wood and spread your seed tomorrow. And that is 10 minutes. That is 10 minutes. Not 10 continuous minutes of the accent. But you get the idea. Whew, this hot dog costume. Whew. I'm not gonna lie, it is fucking difficult as hell to do anything when I'm wearing this. Because if I move, it's like trying to take my... It's trying to move my glasses, it's trying to take my headphones off. Alright, so... We'll hop back into the facility, we'll get rid of all these saplings and stuff. I've gotta, like, I've gotta get some sort of a smelting operation running here, because I have so many sticks that I am seriously running out of places to put them. You know what, we'll just load these furnaces up, and we'll put the rest into this one here. And I managed to find one extra log. Like, don't get me wrong, it's okay. That is the middle chest. There are 3 empty beneath it. It's gonna take forever to fill this stack. Meanwhile, acacia's done. Dark oak is the next one. It's getting awfully close to being finished as well. That's a hell of an end bit. The mighty wood will sustain me. Don't mind me dying a bit over here. Seed will? I think cinnamon rolls are off the menu till I forget because of the glaze. Hey now. Hey now. That's the glaze is the best part, Ironstorm. So once we're done here, I have a series of options for my next task that I'm going to get done on the server. Again, like, pretty much everything that I'm going to do today is just, like, collecting resources. The question is, what resources do I collect, you know? I could go out to the nether and gather up basalt. Why not add hoppers to the back of those furnaces to keep them full of stick fuel? Mostly because sticks are so inefficient, I'd rather, like, fill up one single furnace. Because it takes, like... I want to say it takes 4 sticks to smelt a single unit. Basically, the array and setup is meant to just use coal. And the only reason why sticks are getting jammed in wherever I can is because I haven't needed to smelt anything, and I have an abundance of sticks from all of the wood harvesting. So, there you have it. It's more a situation of dealing with an abundance of sticks that will not remain abundant at some point. So... Can't you just put sticks in a fire and make torches? If only it worked like that. If only. I mean, I got a couple of, I'll pick up these saplings over here. I've got a couple of campfires inside of the bunkhouse here. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. I don't think that you can make torches this way. Pretty certain this doesn't work. Yep, I'm right-clicking it and it doesn't do nothing. So, no, that is not an option. Man, chat, I was really hopeful that I would be able to get some sort of a photo shoot done for you guys. You know, for a reward of you know, people hitting goals and whatnot. But unfortunately, I have still been unable to do that. Makes sense. I just end up using spare sticks to trade to Fletcher villagers. You know what? That would make a lot of sense. The problem is that Sideshale here is not a place where traders exist. Like, I don't have villagers in Sideshale. I have one single villager over in the squid farm. And he does not trade for black dye. So the only reason he's really sticking around is until I can find another zombie villager and train and cure him so that I can start breeding villagers here. Not even to get a full trading outpost. I don't want this place to be a full trading outpost. I just want to have some villagers to help offload materials. Namely, I want to have villagers who will buy black dye, which is going to be a bit of a fun experience. And secondarily, I want to have villagers probably to pick up the sticks. 7, 8, and lay them straight. So, like, that's the general plan. It's like, yeah, a couple of villagers, not many of them, just enough to basically buy up and do the trading of the materials that are collected here that ultimately I'm just overflowing on constantly. So it's a mod then. Man, separating out the difference between mods and vanilla Minecraft can be freaking difficult. You don't realize how long it takes to chop down a forest until you're chopping down a forest. Why not take a villager from where you have them? Mostly because that is an arduous process. Trying to move villagers from location to location, I find to be extremely tedious. More tedious than just hoping that you find a zombie villager while you basically do other stuff. Like, in my opinion, if you need villagers to do something, like, there are two ways to look at it. One, you don't have a trading hall yet. And if you need to build a trading hall, well, yeah, you're going to find villagers and you're basically going to commit a colonialism, you know? You're going to imperialize them. You're going to, you know, put them in a train car and you're going to wheel them out to wherever the hell you need them because that's what players do in Minecraft. But short of, like, being in that situation where it's like, no, I really do need a trading hall or something. What I prefer to do is, like, well, yeah, I need it. Like, I've got a trading hall set up already. I could just go over there and do that. But if I need villagers here, you know what? I'm just going to work in this location and hope that zombie villagers show up while I'm just doing my you know, business. And hopefully when I spot them, I'll be quick enough to, like, get them in a boat and cure them and everything. Like, I have all of the necessary materials to cure a zombie villager on me. They're either in my shulker box or they're in my end chest. So the biggest challenge is just finding them. And, like, as I've learned from Tev, it is a lot easier to cure them than it is to... It's a lot easier to cure zombie villagers whenever you have a mini-map mod on, because then you actually see their icon on the screen and you don't just get dumb lucky, you know? Wouldn't the railway system help? It would, but it wouldn't stop the tedium of trying to move them into a minecart, get that minecart where it needs to be, then get the minecart onto the rail system. It's a whole entire process. And I hate that process with such passion. There is nothing in Minecraft that I hate more than trying to get NPCs into boats or minecarts. I will do it when it is utterly necessary, but I try to avoid doing it because I hate it so much. You either do an imperialism or become a feudal lord. Yes. Yes, this is very true. So chat, here's a story for you. I've changed how I do my coffee. I have invested in a mocha pot. And holy crap, is this stuff good. Also, my nostrils are being assailed by the smell of pulled pork doused in spices and barbecue sauce in a slow cooker downstairs. It's not pulled pork yet. It'll be pulled soon, but not yet. Rest well. Remember to close your door. Bones coffee all the way. Are you using cat poo coffee now? What on earth are you even talking about? What are those things? Bones coffee? Cat poo coffee? Cappuccino? Oh, for God's sake. For God. No. 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 You stop that right now. Bones Coffee is just a brand name. Oh, is it? I didn't know that Bones, like... All I can think of whenever I hear Bones Coffee is, Death Wish. Which is okay, but I don't find it to be particularly good coffee. I've tried it in the past. I am actively contemplating whether or not I should put a beacon over here to speed up the harvesting of trees and whatnot, though. I could kill another wither. It's not too much to ask. Death Wish is decent. See, the thing about Death Wish is that the way that they get that super strong caffeine content is they mix it with Robusta beans. And here's the thing. Robusta coffee is extremely resilient. You can grow it in much more harsh of environments than Arabica beans. And universally, everyone seems to agree, myself included, that Robusta beans taste like burnt rubber. So, yeah. Yeah. So the way that Death Wish is done is it's like 25% Robusta and 75% Arabica. And the Arabica beans are the ones that are like super flavorful with, you know, like all of these different types of floral notes. If you can consider coffee to have floral flavor in any capacity. I'm not sure about the cat thing. Just don't tell me it's an app. God. Well, I hope that your week has gone well, chat. Decently, at the very least. All right, we're getting there. One. Whew. Okay. Go ahead and stash the apples. I have so many apples from chopping down these trees. God. Now we gotta hit the rails. Gotta hit the rails and head back to Midcrest. You know, regardless of whether or not this fits, this is a very, very nice set. I like what it's made out of. I like the mesh on it. All right. So I learned a lesson about this coffee, okay? I learned a lesson about it. The first thing I learned is that I have to be very careful about how much of it I drink. Like, I'm only filling up about this much of a mug, basically to a little bit beneath the handle, the top of the handle. I'm only filling up about this much of the mug whenever I make the coffee now. And it is so powerful. I don't know how much coffee any of you drink, but man, if you drink too much coffee in a day, you get what I call coffee gut, okay? It's basically too much caffeine, too much acid in your stomach. And it doesn't really matter how much you try to dilute it or pair it with something that would absorb it, like bread or anything. It will wreak havoc on your stomach. At least that's been the case for me. Drink in small quantities or prepare for the runs. Not even that. Like that's not what happens. And this is just a fascinating thing to me. People talk about like having bathroom trouble or needing to go because they drink too much coffee. That's never happened to me. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't do that to me at all. I'll drink an entire pot of coffee and I will feel jitters and terrible all day because I overdosed on caffeine, but I didn't drink. But it never does anything to my regularity, if you will. Absolutely nothing. So that is a baffling statement, an utterly baffling statement to me. Oh my god. Oh my god. This was the to-do list from freaking... Huh. I forgot that was a thing. You're saying gut health, but like what do you mean by gut health specifically? Like it'll do that to you if you have bad gut health, or like it'll give you the runs if you have good gut health? What's the implication? Like how should I be interpreting what you just said? Okay, we're all empty here. Take those spares. You know, I like this soundtrack, but I don't think it's doing the job. I think I gotta find a different soundtrack. This is not doing it for me. Just joined, and Strife in funny costume talking about gut health with some great out-of-context humor. You should have seen the start of the stream. I just played the Wii Shop music and ate freaking donuts while drinking coffee. Coffee has a laxative effect from what I've read, and it mostly affects those in the middle of good and bad health for their guts. Huh. Really? Well, given the fact that I have actual diagnosed digestive problems, I guess it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that the fact that I'm constantly managing something like that. Oh, he's angry that I'm not wearing any gold. I didn't realize that I wasn't wearing my gold helm. Also, greetings, TB Coop. How you doing? Get away from those freaks out in the nether here. I should really build some sort of a pig spawner. Just to harvest endless amounts of gold. I just built myself an entire gold castle. Oh, the beauty that would be. The Vein Miner mod. You know what? I remember the Vein Miner mod, and I remember how it could wreak havoc on your tools. So, I guess my main question about the Vein Miner mod is, how fast would you break a pickaxe if you found one of those new super large ore veins of like iron. I'm certain people have done it. Because those like absurdly large iron ore veins can... Have you seen those things? I still haven't found one on the server, but I've seeked them out. I've gone out of the way to find them in like single player worlds. And man, they are chunk. They are so big. That's what she said. Some meds can stop the effect. Well, here's the thing. I never had problems with the coffee doing that to me, even when my digestive health was bad. Like, I've never had it happen to me before. Coffee does nothing of the sort to my digestive tract to you know, give me, you know, well, you know what I mean. So it's like, it's just always been, like, people talking about coffee being a poop bomb every time. I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about? Never in my life, good, middle, or bad digestive health, I have never had that problem. So, you know, and everybody's different. So it is clearly a me thing. Okay, let's go ahead and put my axe in my offhand. Come on. Over here. Over here. Come on. There you go. Come on. There you go. Ow. Whew. What's been going down? I've been pulled away. Not much. Not much at all. Okay, so we're gonna focus on collecting up as much of the blackstone around here as we can. And I gotta remember to use my silk touch pick. Come to think of it. Oh, I don't have any freaking torches on me. Ah, crap. I have to get torches. I have to get torches. It's not gonna work if I don't have them. Now I have to find something for supper. Beef soup? Had stew last week. Maybe not. Do I have the stuff to make torches here? Okay, so I'm gonna just stash all the blackstone here and like pick up drop shipments of it. Ooh. Hello. Wow, that's a lot of ancient debris. Got nether bricks. Got flint. We do have sticks here. We got logs. But it appears that I do not have any... Yeah, none of it. Okay, so that means we are headed over... Let's go to the Solution Tower. You've been playing Minecraft since it first released in its beta state, right? Yes, actually, like, to this, like, I'll never forget it because it used to irk me a whole lot. But, I bought the first version of beta. And when I realized that I basically missed the opportunity to buy the game for $10 instead of $20, because beta was $20, alpha was $10. And when I realized that I bought the very first version of beta because it was 4 days after they released the beta build of the game, I was so... I was unreasonably upset about that, okay? Because... don't actually need to do that. I got charcoal right here. It'll do the job. I was so like unhappy about that because it was like, really? Freaking, of course, you know, it's like I didn't have a lot of money back then. So like the prospect of, you know, spending more money than I had to, it irked me. Oh my God, did it irk me. But yeah, I the first version of Minecraft that I ever played was beta version. I don't know what version it was, but the first version of beta. So I think that this is the right way. No, this is my office. Shit. What version was $5? I don't know. No steak in the freezer except pork steaks. I guess. Man, Iron, you are having a time there. Man, this costume really does pull my headphones down onto my head. The whole reason I'm out here is mostly to try and collect up as much basalt as possible because I'm in a delta. But when blackstone comes along, I can't pass it up. I need as much blackstone as I can get my hands on because I want to have an entire stockpile of it. And unfortunately, blackstone does not like spawn in these wide swaths. It only appears in like these veins, if you will. The veins can get awfully large. Large and veiny. I love it so much. It's majestic. It's masterful. Nothing like a nice big and veiny. You know what I mean? What goes good with corn? Man, hot dogs. Wurst, specifically. Bratwurst. That's typically what we do with we do corn on the cob. We do corn on the cob and wurst in this house. Have you been building on a Minecraft map for years? Is that this map? Yes, yes. So basically, when Minecraft released to its full 1.0, I started up a server world because I realized that it would be possible to... In all honesty, I started to do it to play with friends, you know? Actually, here you go. If you want to know more about this server, there is a half-hour video explaining the story behind this world. And that story is the most up-to-date version, that video is the most up-to-date version of what's happening with this world and why it exists. That sounds good, except there's no corn, beans, or anything else in the garden this year thanks to flooding. Damn. Well, I don't have answers for you, man. A little bit confused why you asked what goes with corn if you don't have any, for that matter. Or very confusing. But whatever. One thing I will say, it's really nice to be able to mine stone a whole lot. Like, blackstone is super valuable. It's really nice. It looks good, but at the same time, man, it's just so... I don't know how to say it. It takes longer to mine, you know? And that's not necessarily a problem. It's just kind of annoying when you're sitting here and you're just like, I just want to collect up the stuff, and I have the best stuff in the game, and why does it take so long to mine by comparison? I'm nitpicking. I am nitpicking. Man, my eyes are swollen as all hell. There's definitely a freaking tide of allergens outside that have permeated the house. Any recommendations to improve the game, apart from mods, of course? Like if Mojang came to you and asked? Frankly, what I would like to see is, I would like to see some better cooking mechanics in the game. I don't want cooking in this game to be, like, an unnecessarily complicated topic. But a lot of the stuff that they do in this game, like, they continually add, like, endangered species and whatnot to the game. Or, you know, like, at-risk species. Like, they keep adding creatures to the game, right? Like, one of the reasons why they added the axolotl was because it was not... One of the reasons that they added the axolotl was because, like, oh, that is a creature that, you know, like, you need to protect or something like that. Same thing goes for, like, pandas and stuff. So it's clear to me that Mojang is trying to, they're in some capacity, they're adding things to the game based on the way that they can educate people about those things, you know? Like, if it shows up in Minecraft, people are going to suddenly start showing an interest in it outside of Minecraft. And personally, I think that a lot of people don't do too much cooking, okay? And it's very true that you can get involved in cooking because of the media that you consume. So to that end, I'm like, it would be great if they would just add some simple cooking where you can eat all of your food raw, and that will definitely do things for you. But if you prepare it, it's better. And then basically adding like an end stage. Oh yeah, like if you go through the trouble of setting up the whole system of like, oh, you're collecting up all this variety of food, etc. Now you can cook sophisticated dishes, and these sophisticated dishes have, you know, they have functional purpose. You know, you'll stay full for longer, and, you know, you have to do less eating. You have to eat less in the course of like a Minecraft day or whatever. So I feel like if they implemented cooking in a very mild form, where it was like, no, you're not doing anything super sophisticated here, but you have to like collect up a bunch of different ingredients to make the best foods in the game, and it requires that you do some form of more sophisticated cooking. And I'm not asking them to like add additional objects or items or systems to the game. I'm saying, no, use the crafting table, use the smoker or something like that. If you need to slice something into bread pieces or whatever, like don't put bread slices in the game. Make like a sword part of the crafting recipe to make a sandwich, where it's like, yeah, it takes a loaf of bread, a sword, a pork chop, you know, etc. I'm not asking them to add new items to the game beyond the end product of cooking. Like the ancillary like ingredients and everything that you would need, it's like, no, just use what's already in the game. Don't overcomplicate how many items there are already in the game to begin with, because that's one of the big problems with Minecraft as it has grown. There's too many items, you know. There are too many items for a lot of people, and it becomes an inventory management game. So don't make the item problem worse. Add finished cooking products and then just use the existing food products that are already in the game. So, you know, that would be my primary form of advice, you know. I would love to see like things like wines and whatnot show up in the game. You could even call it juice to be family friendly. I don't think that will ever happen. But I really like the prospect of like, you know, having a winery and using just the berry bushes to make wine or something like that. One of the big things that I like is the foraging aspect in some games. So that's actually one of the big reasons that I like playing Vintage Story. We could use melon or pumpkin bread too. I feel like they're building towards a full-on animal catching and rearing mechanic. I mean, if they could improve the way that like managing horses works in this game, because one of the big problems with like horses is the fact that, one, they're a great way to get around the map, but when you breed two horses together, you will only get lesser statistics, equal or lesser statistics of the parents when you breed horses, which is not the way that horse breeding works at all. We have thoroughbreds because they have been specifically bred to be able to like haul or, you know, move super fast. And in Minecraft, it's like, no, the best horses you're going to find are technically the ones that you find in the wild, and you just basically have to get lucky, you know? So something like Pam's Harvest mod? No. Pam's Harvest goes way too far with how many different items there are in the game. And that's expressly what I'm trying to say. Don't do that. Like, you don't need an entire involved cooking system. You do not need an entire series of ingredients that you have to add to the game. You do not need additional cooking tools, because like it's a balance of like, hey, cooking is a thing that you can do and we want to make it easy and accessible to do. We don't want to overcomplicate it. So for that reason, don't increase the number of ingredients. Don't create additional cooking implements and tools, because that's just adding additional clutter that you would have to manage. That is my opinion on the matter. That being said, I am not going to say that anybody's wrong for enjoying Pam's Harvest Craft. A lot of fun in its own right. I just don't think that that's the right thing to do with basic Minecraft if you were to increase the sophistication of cooking. Oh, hey, you know what? On a different note, you know what I'm super nervous about? Red Dead Redemption 1 on PC. No one has reviewed it. There hasn't been a single review of Red Dead Redemption 1 on PC. It comes out in like 2 or 3 days. You know what happens whenever games don't get reviewed ahead of their release? They usually turn out to be stinkers. Red Dead Redemption 1 isn't on PC already? No, it releases, I believe, on Monday, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know if I'm remembering correctly or not, but I think it comes out on Monday. It's basically the same port that they figured out how to get working on the Switch. So, I don't know what type of a state it's going to be in. But none, I can understand a bunch of, like, influencers not having access to it. But, like, IGN not being able to release a review? IGN or GameSpot, because those are two really, really big review outlets, and I haven't seen or heard anything about it from them. It's just the announcement. Which gives me really, really big pause. Kids love how simple it is, so you don't want to lose them. I mean, yeah, like, that's one of the primary complaints that I hear from adults about Minecraft, that it started out extremely... Ooh la la. Whoa, hey, Kato, thank you so much for that subscription. Good to know that I'm worth both your time and your money. Great to have you along for the ride. Welcome to the stream and enjoy yourself while you're here. Good morning, dog. Oh, for fuck's sake. I should have seen that one coming. I should have seen that one coming, but you're the first one to do it. Hello, Kato. How you doing? You punny, magnanimous bastard. Jeez. Oh dear. My inventory. That was the wrong shulker. Hello, yes, I'm just waking up having a breakfast burrito. How are you all? I'm doing all right. I gotta get myself downstairs for another cup of coffee in a minute here. And what a cup of coffee it's gonna be. I'm only allowed to have 2 now. I can't go beyond 2 cups of coffee. Is it because I'm cutting back? No, it's because I upped the strength of my coffee. I've improved my coffee game. I remember when I was a kid and I thought, coffee's disgusting, I'll never drink that. And then I came to believe and understand in the power of the bean. It was a slow and steady process. I was a naive young lad once upon a time. A little cocktail weenie, if you would. I didn't know the difference between a mustard dip and a currywurst. But by the buns, I know the difference now. And it makes all the difference, let me tell you. Pig in a blanket? Well, not quite. Not quite. No disrespect to the pigs in their blankets, okay? But all I'm saying is that there's a major difference between hot dog and pigs in a blanket. Like, you specifically, what you want to be doing is getting into... I have dug so much, I don't know how the hell to get out of here now. Is it up there? That might be it up there. Let's find out. Ay, ay, ay. No. Sausage and egg and cheese and potato. Pig in a blanket is what you do whenever it's cold out, you know? You have to specifically stuff a whole bunch of cotton down the front of your pants to make certain nothing gets cold. Sorry. 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 No, I'm not sorry. Well, guys, I have successfully gotten myself lost. I don't know how the hell to get out of this place. This is just some sort of natural passage. Pick a direction and dig until you find open air. There's an exit to this place. I'd prefer to try and find it. I don't think that I'm gonna get any luck this way. Oh, here we go. Jeez, that is easy to miss. Should be easier to spot now. I got some guys I gotta juke. Screw you. Screw you. Screw you. Screw you. I ain't playing this game. Get the hell out of my way. There's so many of you bastards. Hello, Doomsday. How are you doing? I guess I'll just go there. You can go in there. Slime can go in there. You know what occurred to me? I don't know that I'm gonna die while I'm in the Nether, but it would be a great idea to actually choose my spawn bind my spawn location to some place nearby, and this might be a good place to bind myself to. So, did anybody has anybody watched the video that I put out today? I did put out a new video. Now, be brutally honest with me. What do you think of the video? If you've watched it, be brutally honest. Do you think it was worth it? Do you think it was boring? Did you think it was entertaining? Right. Okay, I have to remind myself that I am not here just for Blackstone. Ugh. What are you guys doing setting up shop in my freaking mine? Ugh. Sake. Oh god, they're all in my way. Alright, fine. You guys have fun over there. My partner says your costume's fun and you have a fun Minecraft server. Oh, well, cool. Thank you very much. Hello, Jiggle Ham. How's your ham jiggling? Nice hot dog suit. Yeah. It's close enough to Halloween. I figured I'd wear it. You guys might get to see me wearing this or one of my other costumes next weekend, since it's technically closer to Halloween, but it's going to be into November. Banging tune. Yeah, we're listening to what was it? Cadence of Hyrule. Man, I wish it was possible to infinitely source sand in this game. It would be very beneficial and helpful for a lot of my operations if it was possible to infinitely source sand in a reasonable manner. Basically farm it. I think sand is technically infinite because you can always buy it from, like... Oh dear. Well done. I think sand is technically infinite in this game because you can get it from traders, wandering traders. Which it always bothers me whenever I see something on the wiki and they're like, oh yeah, it's infinite. How is it infinite? Oh, you just have to buy it. Okay, that's not. Okay, yeah, you're right. That is infinite, but it's not like farmable infinite. That's like saying, well, yeah, there's a chance that you could spontaneously combust. That happens to people every once in a while, you know? It'd be nice if you could trade for it. Well, you can trade for sand, but only from the wandering traders. You cannot set up a trading hall for it. Like if I could infinitely source sand in some manner, I would absolutely be doing it because like I have infinite gunpowder now to make the TNT that I use for most of my blast mining here in the Nether. Unfortunately, there's like sand is a finite resource, and getting your hands on lots of it, it takes more sand to make TNT than it takes it takes more sand to make TNT than gunpowder. So it's like decimate an entire desert and then find another one and decimate it as well, or, you know. If it was possible to just farm it through some sort of a convoluted mechanical system, I would do it. If it was possible to, you know, source it exclusively from trading with NPCs, well, that's less efficient, but I would still do it. I wonder what type of a radiation. I wonder what type of radiation is present here. Basalt deltas do have the clicking Geiger counter. I'm gonna turn into a ghoul because I've been here. Or no, wait. Do you turn into a villager in this game if you get irradiated too much? You just become brain dead? Alright, I know that I'm getting into a dicey situation peeling up this next layer here. Does anybody else do blast mining in the Nether? For netherite or materials? Either or? Hello, Dave. How you doing? Just finished your Graven Knot review. Thought-provoking. I mean, I hope that more people click on it than my freaking Luigi's Mansion video. The Luigi's Mansion video has not even 1,000 views on it, and I'm like, well, that is clearly not what I want for to happen whenever I publish a video. Your LM didn't notify me. LM. Learning machine? Luigi's oh, right, okay. Okay, that might make a little bit of sense. So Dave, did I tell you about like my situation with my mocha pot? I know that you really like your whole like coffee prep ritual in the morning and stuff. And man, my coffee game has changed a lot since I got that mocha pot, which was just earlier this week. Do you want me on audio for this? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm good. I'm good. Like, I've got company coming over later today, so I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming anyhow. Maybe another 2 hours. Well, hour and a half, really. But no, like, I had, I got the mocha pot, and the first thing I learned beyond the fact that it makes better coffee is the fact that, oh my god, you cannot have much of this stuff without suffering. I get coffee gut, and that's not to be misconstrued as like poops. That's just me being like, oh no, I have over-caffeinated myself and now I have an acidic gut all day. Word. I like clarified coffees, so the mocha pot is not my steez, but they're good. Wait. Clarified coffee. This is a term that I have never heard before. Oh yeah, it's jet fuel because it's got the volatiles infused in oil. Oh man. That's what makes it taste so fucking amazing. Like, I've heard that the mocha pot makes what is essentially baby espresso. Because it's like, well, technically you're kind of getting into the espresso situation, but it's not actually espresso. Clarified coffees don't have such high oil content. Okay. Where do you think, where would drip coffee fall on that scale, you'd say? They're associated with paper filters or cloth filters. Oh. So paper and cloth filters take a lot of the oil out because they just basically soak it up. No wonder the mocha pot is freaking jet fuel on me. Jeez, I had never thought of that. I mean, I wonder if I'm definitely cutting back on coffee as a result of using the mocha pot, but I'm wondering if I'm actually getting more caffeine content. There's a list of there's still a lot of rooms to play in that space. For example, long immersion processes, but a paper filter will still make a stronger coffee than fast processes of any type. This is utterly and completely true. That's one of the reasons why cold coffee can be so detrimental to you potentially. I've heard a lot more people overdosing on coffee when it's cold. I very rarely hear about people overdosing on caffeine as a result of drinking the hot stuff. So, e.g., the clever coffee tripper. Yeah, iced coffee is always stronger. If it's cold brew, heat breaks down If it's cold brew, heat breaks down caffeine. Man, that is... I didn't know that heat broke down caffeine. That is fascinating to learn. I feel like I know something, and then I learn I don't. Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and collect all of this up. Whoop. Okay. I've shown you the vacuum siphon coffee systems, right? Or have you seen them? Yeah, I saw them. I saw that. Like, I think you linked me something on like Vimeo a while back. There we go. That'll do. Siphon coffee is the ultimate hybrid coffee system. Man, I can just freaking see it. I'm going to like slowly I will stumble down the path of like having a million different ways that I prepare coffee and like choosing between them based on my mood. Zombie piglin is always in the way. I think I have 6, but I almost always do a V60 or AeroPress these days unless it's Kenyan season. Oh, man. During Kenyan season, every maker comes out because Kenyan coffee is so damn good. It is, though! Oh my god, Kenyan coffee is so good. I have none of it in my pantry right now because I've been too busy trying out other types. But man, I'm starting to miss it. I like, you know, I'll get a different or new type of bean. Will in a hot dog costume. Call that hot Link the first. Oh, for hello, RC Tugbows. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Ooh la la.
Tatsu subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed 55 months. Hi, Strife. Having fun in Minecraft? As much fun as I can have, you know. A lot of my Minecraft adventures these days are extremely chill.
Ooh la la.
Now you see, Dave, you would have kicked off a freaking hype train with that was it not for the fact that chat did that earlier today.
Ooh la
Chat
la.
blew their load before they were ready.
Ooh la la.
Should I switch back here or should I just... It feels like just...
Ooh la la.
That's a lot of them. Dave, thank you so much for gifting those subs to Davian, Bellarosa, Bella Solara, Darkwing, Brassov, and Quartz. Everybody, enjoy your subscriptions. Will, you don't have squats in a hot dog costume as an option for today? God. I'm in deep dad crafter mode. I'll be back soon. Right when I start working again. Thank you. Just watch the new video, Strive. Very solid, precise, and to the point. Curious to know, are you making a video like this with the goal of so you called YouTube clicks, or so just quality content of your fans? I don't really know. If I am being 100% honest, I am just trying to get back into the habit of making videos for the sake of making videos. You know? I'm like, because at some point, I got sick of doing the weekly video. I basically stopped making videos after I stopped doing the Skyrim series that I was doing. And to be fair, like, Let's Play content is dime a dozen. It doesn't matter how much work you put into a Let's Play. People can't distinguish between them without actually watching them. And my thumbnails definitely don't make it look like I'm doing something unique or different. So what I ultimately did was I took this long break. And now I'm like, okay, let's go back. Let's try to do this again, because during that break, I kind of got hung up on whether or not I was making videos that were worth putting my time into. And that can get you into a not healthy situation of like, oh, I must only make videos of super high quality and they must only come out whenever you're ready to put them out. And the algorithm on YouTube does not like that. The algorithm is unconcerned with whether or not you're publishing schlock or if you're publishing like the next great essay, you know? And unfortunately, I've never hit that, you know, mythic fulcrum, that tipping point in YouTube's algorithm where it's like, for whatever reason, you put out a video, millions of people show up, and you may not have put out a video for 8 months, but people show up. Millions of them show up just to watch it, you know? Basically one of those, like, there are a fair number of essayists on YouTube where it's like, yeah, they've got several million subscribers and they publish like 4 times a year, and they are mostly sustained on patrons, you know. Just watch the new video, Strife. Oh wait, I just saw that. Yes, and only Skyrim or New Vegas. Yes, exactly. So, like I got into this habit of watching other YouTubers who like they put like all of this time and effort in, and you know, like they were getting millions of views or whatever, and I started to think, well, that's what I want to do, so I have to act like that. So, but I'm terrible at writing stuff and getting it across the finish line. I want to say for 5 years I've had a script breaking down damn near every aspect of Fallout 4 and why I don't think it's a good game, and I have still never finished that script. Like, I looked at it the other day and I was like, man, I've gotten a long way in this script. It is at least a half hour if there's never a moment where I stop talking, you know? So, and like a lot of those video essayists on YouTube who, you know, they make bank, they have help. They have help because they have some sort of a team, you know? Or someone who qualifies as like a secretary or staff or whatever. Oh, we've reached that point with the place. Okay, so that's what we're at now. So, obviously, that doesn't work for me. That whole process of, like, only putting out one video every X months or whatever. Because you have to get lucky. You have to be suddenly known for that type of work, and people want to show, like, people are willing to wait for that type of work from you. Sadly, every single time that I've put out a video that's been more theory, which is saying something here, if I, cat, he wants his food, he takes 3 bites and then he's done. So it's like, if I put out a video where I'm talking about theory, about like making video games, why would you want to make video games, why this game does or does not work, fewer people click every time. People do, like, overall, that is not what anybody subscribed to me for. Nobody shows up to my channel to watch me. Nobody shows up to my channel to listen to that type of content. Which is discouraging, since it's the type of content that I want to do. But part of life is swallowing the bitter pill that sometimes you get to be known for something that you don't care about, or something that you don't want to do anymore. But sometimes you've got to do what people will listen to you for, not necessarily do what you're interested in, because bills don't pay themselves, you know? So what I'm doing now is just kind of trying to get myself back into that habit of like, okay, well, what can I put out that people will watch? So that's my focus. It's less about like, let's make, you know, like super amazing high quality, because every single time I try to put something out that's super amazing high quality, I don't know if people are not interested or the algorithm rejects it. I have no legitimate clue between those two, which is more true. But what I know is that when I put out the high quality stuff, fewer people watch. So I'm trying to adjust to that and be like, okay, well, let's just let me get back into the habit of making stuff again, and let's see where it goes, you know? Your most recent video is some of your best work, in my opinion, but it has neither sexy nor Fallout vibes. Here's the thing, Dave. my latest, the video that I just put out today is also, in my opinion, not particularly good. I did not try with the edit on that video. I just randomly jammed in a bunch of footage. Okay? Like, I am the type of videographer who's like, I'm a slave over every single edit. Every single moment must, every frame is a portrait. Every frame is a picture. Every frame matters. Be very careful about it. You know? Many of your fans, they like, you evoke those vibes to them. If there's a dissonance on that, they won't feel it. And I've come to understand that. Like, if I ever have like, I think I got extremely lucky in the fact that people will click for Minecraft, because if I do a video about anything that's quote-unquote family-friendly, Luigi's Mansion definitely being one of those things, people don't seem to be interested. I need to, like, I can be very grounded and down-to-earth and talk level-headed about a very mature video game and be very family-friendly about that video game, even though the game itself is not family-friendly. And people are fine with that. But they don't want to hear me talk about family-friendly video games for the most part. I don't know. I remember Captain Sparkles has retired his main channel for the most part. Like, he stopped uploading to it regularly. But he does, you know, kind of face cam videos every once in a while. And he was talking about, you know, like, if he could go back and, you know, like, do things a little bit different, not necessarily because he needs to do things different, but because it's like, no, a lot of this would just be optimizing. Like, if I could, you know, convince myself of, you know, those guys are gonna freaking try to end me because I'm not wearing a golden helm. I need to put my golden helm on. I'm gonna let them be scared of their brethren, their zombified brethren there, and I'm gonna empty my inventory, and I'm gonna take care of my my gear issue. I'll put you there. There it is. There we go. Man, why everything on the internet gotta be about sex? Makes me sad. Sex sells, brah. Sex sells. But I remember watching this video from Captain Sparkles, and he was like, you know, okay, well, if I could go back and do things different, these are the things that I would change, and it was mostly, you know, tweaks, optimization. If he could have, you know, like, told to, like, change, like, if he could have learned a lesson sooner. And one of the things that he expressly talked about was when he first exploded in popularity because of Minecraft, he talked about how he tried really hard to do stuff that wasn't Minecraft at the same time. And if he could have gone back and told himself any type of advice, it would be, don't fight Minecraft, just go all in on it, because you're going to be known as the Minecraft guy anyway. There's no point in trying to resist that, you know? In fact, you're harming yourself by trying to resist it. And a certain amount of what he said there is like, oh, I think, I remember hearing him say that, and I was like, you know, to a certain degree, maybe that's just me with Fallout. Maybe that's one of my problems. I'm trying to resist just being the Fallout guy. And I think to a certain degree I got awfully lucky in regards to the fact that if I do Minecraft, people will also click for that. So I can be known for more than one thing. But I think I got kind of lucky for that. But at the same time, I didn't get lucky enough to the degree of like, oh no, like I've been able to quit my job. I've made, you know, all the money that I could ever need, and like I'm invested up to my eyeballs for retirement and everything. It's like, nah, I've never gotten to that point. So I wondered to myself, it's like, if you had just like really stuck to Fallout and just ground through Fallout 4 and done a whole bunch of content for 76, despite the fact that you have all of these hang-ups and you don't like Fallout 4 for a litany of reasons, and Fallout 76 was an utter and complete disaster, but hey, that makes really, really good video content that lots of people, they're gonna watch it. It's all the schadenfreude in the world. Maybe then you could have been that guy who, you know, is like, screw this old 9-to-5 I've been working. I can just be, you know, the Fallout guy. And I don't know, man. I wonder about it. But you know, that's just, it's what ifs. I'll never have an answer. Do you think that would have burnt you out? It absolutely would have, but here's the thing. If I had exploded in popularity and I had gotten staff, it would have been easier to come in, do what needed doing, and then not have to like edit it and come up with meta and create thumbnails and like quality check my... If I had an editor, that would help me immensely in producing any amount of videos. But I have made so little money. I've never made a living wage off of YouTube, you know? And that's just it. I never crested over that critical point where I was going to have enough money to justify, okay, things have to grow in order for this to be sustainable. But you have to have that level of success and popularity in order to do that. And I will be entirely honest, I don't know how to run a business, okay? Flat out, I just do not know how to run a business. I wish I could run a business. I wish I had the wherewithal to do it. I honestly don't think I honestly don't think I have what it takes to be a boss. You know? Hello, Extra Happy. Read some of what you guys are talking. Man, why everything on the internet gotta be about sex? YouTube, I find, tends to reward bad behavior. Strife being level-headed and not willing to be hyperbolic about any game, good or bad. The YouTube algorithm is not a fan. There's a lot of that. But, you know, I'm an advocate of the idea that, like, be the change you want to see. And I'm not gonna lie, like, there's a part of me that's looked at, you know, the influencer landscape and the number of like douche bros out there who are like, buy my cryptocurrency, it's the way to get rich, when in reality they're just trying to get a bunch of people who are suckers to buy into a cryptocurrency that they themselves are going to sell off for greenbacks instead. I've looked at a lot of stuff like, you know, the douche bro culture, and I'm like, man, people, there's a real serious need for there to be someone who just isn't that, you know? It's like, no, I'm a man, and I don't have to be an asshole to be a freaking man. And it's just, how exactly do you go about doing that and appealing to, you know, a young male demographic? Because it's very appealing to be like, you know, fuck all the other people. There's nothing wrong with you. Everybody else is the problem. So this is the way you're gonna fuck everyone else over type of attitude, you know? That, like, the douche bro culture is thick with that. It's, you're always right and you need to put other people down because you're always right. And that's what a lot of it is built up around. And I've thought, I mean, maybe I could be the antithesis of that, you know? The challenge of that is, like, how exactly do you appeal to that audience? I don't know. I'm talking. These are incomplete thoughts. It might have been easier to have the energy to actually do transitions to new topics. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, Dave. Like, if I had the resources to pay an editor for stuff, it would have been entirely feasible to for me to, like, do to branch out and do different things and like focus on the meta aspect of, like, okay, is this actually landing with an audience and whatnot? But because it's always been me and me alone, I have been unable to branch outside of my existing topic, you know? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for God's sake. All right. That might be enough. It's a tricky dual-edged sword. I used to be fairly involved in the Grand Theft Auto realm and used to be a mod for a now big GTA YouTuber, and he couldn't get away from it and still can't, despite the fact he's now been variety streaming for years. He switched to doing streams and YouTube full-time after that association began. And that's a fundamental challenge of entertainment, being typecast. I mean, there are so many different stories of people who have, you know, ended up being typecast from having, you know, their initial success, and that exists in the online creator space as much as anybody else. I mean, it's like, I don't hear about the guy anymore, but, like, Ninja, I can't think of anybody other than, I only think of one game whenever I hear about that guy. Fortnite, plain and simple, Fortnite. And then you end up getting, you know, like, pigeonholed. It's like, oh, great, so this is what I'm known for and I can't change now type situation, you know? I mean, even like the once upon a time, the biggest YouTuber ever, PewDiePie, had problems with that. In that he was almost, he struggled initially to not end up being just the horror game person, you know? Become a content channel for a game. Becoming a content channel for a game requires like special conditions and a lot of hustle. It's hard to replicate. It is. You're not a business owner? The lies you've been told by your I've been told by your RPing. Extra happy. Remember when YouTube was where you could find content completely different to what you could get on TV? Yeah, you're right about that. But at the same time, I feel like the progress of content turning into what it has on YouTube, I think it was inevitable, basically. It was just a question of how exactly you make that work in the new ecosystem, because the existing television model and how you make TV shows wouldn't work on YouTube under the existing system that was used to make television for broadcast or cable, you know? And unsurprisingly, the people who have figured it out are people who either wanted to get into television. A good example of that would be Mythical Productions, Rhett and Link, and stuff like that. Or it's completely new people who are very young. A good example of that would be Mr. Beast. Which, I mean, there's a lot to say about that guy, but one thing that is utterly certain is that he has figured out how to make things work on YouTube in production styles that have not been possible for a lot of previous YouTubers before him. So... I think you need to change your content over time. Yogscast hasn't really changed for years, and because of that, I don't think they'll ever reach the same heights again. You know what's funny? I think Yogscast is pretty sustainable today. They rotated their roster, and a bunch of them are genuinely good streamers. I don't disagree. They decided to double down on the core fans. And I guess, like, the sustainability of the business model is really the most important part. And I can respect that specifically, because there's a lot of businesses out there that are not interested in whether or not their business model is sustainable. They're solely interested in growth and always being bigger next quarter than they are this quarter. There's a lot of that in America, well, just business in general, especially American business these days, but business across the globe for the most part. So I can respect the prospect of being like, no, this is sustainable, and that's what we're aiming for, to make this work, to make this last, you know. Even when you have feelings and opinions about, you know, the group that's doing it because you used to be associated with them, and there's a lot of stuff that happened in the past, so. Woo! Chewed right through that without meaning to. Man, those piglins are gone. I didn't even have to kill them. Or are they gone? Did they just wander up into one of the alcoves? I don't actually know. for that matter, like, unfortunately, there's a huge space on YouTube ready to reward you for being a negativity broadcaster, you know? There's a huge amount of attitude that's there's this huge offering that if you are willing to make videos that are negative, you're going to reap the rewards very quickly, because people respond to negative content very quick and easy. You know, it's like that. It's like a quick hit. It's a little bit like smoking. It's very bad for you, but you know, it's very easy to do, and you get quick, quote unquote, satisfaction from it. Shit. Whew. Just the potato. Give me the potato. Whew. Yeah, American is too driven by short-term venture capital. The days of banks wanting a 25 lifetime return was a lot saner. Yes. The word grifter comes to mind. Reaction streamers, for example. You see so much back and forth and bickering as a business these days. Some people also call them drama streamers, but really they're just rage baiters. I've been so tempted to make some reaction videos and streams and such, but I resist because I think that is bad. I think it's bad to do that. Yeah, I don't think it's good for anybody who does that, you know? Doing it as a business model is like not good. I don't think that the content that you're making in that situation is good either. So, oh, for God's sake. Just stop with the lava. It may be time to move on from this particular space that I'm working on here. I think I've dropped low enough to where the lava oceans in the Nether start spawning. Ooh! Oh God. Here's the thing. Like, I think I've got like a... Like, I want to talk about topics so much, but I got to figure out how to make the stuff that I write... Like, for one, I got to make certain that the stuff that I'm writing is reasonable and makes a lot of sense, okay? But the other part of it is that I want to make certain that whatever it is that I'm making is, it's the type of content that gets people so involved in what they're seeing that most people, if they watch YouTube, they do it on their phone, right? Or they watch it on a screen and they're doing this at the same time. So something is up on the computer screen or TV and they're browsing their phone. That is the majority of what people do these days. What I want to do is make something on this, two-screen system where this is so good that people look up and put the phone down. That's what I want to do, you know? I want to make stuff that's so interesting and or engaging that people who typically have their phone in their hand when they're watching YouTube, you know, and only half paying attention to whatever is on one of the screens, they feel compelled to stop and pay full attention. Now that's a really high bar to hit, but that's what I want to try and do. So my challenge is, first, how the hell do you get people to click? And second, how exactly do you take the subject matter and make it interesting and engaging enough that people want to do that? I think a lot of that is presentation. There are a lot of topics that are absolutely fascinating, and all you're really lacking is presentation to get someone so invested that they put their phone down and focus on the television, you know? And at the same time, you have to readily admit and be ready for the fact that there are people who will never, ever do that. Now is a bad time to admit I have iTunes open in the background. I don't expect people to be paying super close to it. It's a live stream. Live streams are not something that I am expecting anybody to give their full undivided attention to. Okay, this is the last level of this mine, man. I am not going any freaking lower. I'm running into too much lava. Like, you can see how much space I've dug through here. This place is huge. There is no need for me to keep going further down in this space. I'll finish this level up just because I got OCD for it, and then we are moving on. We're starting a new project somewhere else to pull up all the material I need. I feel called out and I don't like it. I pay for YouTube Premium because about two-thirds of my consumption is no screen. I mean, there's a lot of content on YouTube that's just basically podcast to begin with. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted by YouTube Premium because of that. Isn't there a version of YouTube Premium that you can get where you're paying and you still get ads anyway? Or is that just the default YouTube Premium now? I mean, cable started out as like, you pay and you don't because you're paying for the television, you don't get ads. And then that stopped being a thing. The same thing for like satellite radio. It was like, hey, you're paying for the radio, so you don't get ads. And now, like, if you, not that I mean, is satellite radio even still a thing? And then they started putting ads in it. I get no ads. Okay, that's good. That sounds very like the 2020X form of subscription model. Yeah. I think YouTube Premium for family is a huge improvement. Also, you get a discount on YouTube TV. Honestly, YouTube TV is weirdly wholesome as a model. No ads, your views give content producers money. Here are extra features. That is amazingly wholesome. People want to experience contents how they like it. I think it's a good idea to meet them where they're at instead of trying to force them to come to you. That is also extremely true. Like, ultimately, I don't want people to watch, like, if it comes down to, you know, how to phrase this. I don't know specifically what you're referring to, TB Coop. But I will say that in regards to what my mind is leaping to immediately is like the prospect of, you know, people wanting to put their phone down because they're so engaged. That's more of a tempting process rather than a forcing process. And I hope that I made that abundantly clear in the way that I phrased my statement of like, yeah, I want the content that I make to be something that people suddenly, they don't know how to look away from it. That's what I want to create, where people move away from that I'm distracted by two different things at the same time to I'm going to give this my full attention because I'm so interested. And there's a major difference between that and like trying to ensure that people are always just giving your content attention, as it were. I hope what I'm saying is making sense here. Because you are, like, what you said is utterly correct. You don't force people to just pay attention to one thing and get a good result. You have to meet them where they're at. Hence the reason why I'm like, no, I want to make stuff where people voluntarily just, they put things to the side and they focus on whatever it is. And like I said, you also have to accept that there are people who will never, ever do that. A year ago, I put out a video called Super Mario RPG, A Pipe Dream. And in it, I basically detailed all of the messy relationship issues between the company Square Enix and the company Nintendo, and how they had a really nasty falling out and how that affected like the last game that was produced by both as a union project between the two companies. And it was like, I don't know, an 11-minute video or something. It wasn't particularly long. But I put this thing out, and immediately after I put it out, oh shit, I didn't know that I could do that. Fuck, I gotta dye that thing again. God damn it. Ugh. Alright, we want to load up on Blackstone. Stash all the basalt. Grab up as absolutely much Blackstone as I can. I gotta find a place to unload this shulker box of a bunch of stuff that's in it too. I'm trying to remember where I wanted to put a lot of that stuff. There we go. All right. Yeah, that one that was fun, going over all the dev cycle.
Ooh la la.
I live and you look like a zesty hoo-ha. I am a hot dog, thank you very much. Thank you so much for the subscription there, 90 months in a row. Thank you so much for the subscription. It's good to know that I'm worth both your time and your money. Great to have you along for the ride. Welcome to the stream and enjoy yourself while you're here. How are you doing, Ace? 90 divided by 12. 7.5 years. That's a long time. But my point of why I brought up that video was that immediately after I put out this video detailing the messy relationship. I get this comment who's being that of like, I'm assuming it's a kid who's like, this was the most pointless video ever. You could have done it as a short. Square Enix and Nintendo had a fight and now they resolved it. That's all you had to say. Like, that is a form of impatience that you do not tempt someone away from. It is impossible to tempt someone away from that type of impatience. They have to leave it behind actively on their own terms. Okay? It was me. Joke. Yes. Yeah, I knew that it was you because someone with that level of like, I don't have time, would not be chatting in a live stream. Frankly, someone with that little attention span and wanting the answer faster, I was amazed that they had the time to bother saying anything in a comment. Like, that's an extreme level of impatience, telling you to cut a 13-minute video down to a 30-second short. So, what can I do about that? Nothing, you know? Might not be here too long since I'm so late. We are planning on going shopping for a washer and dryer. Oh boy. That sounds like true adulting. All right, chat, I have roughly an hour before I have to stop streaming. So this is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to get myself back to mid-crest here, and instead of unloading my inventory right away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to AFK, and I'm going to get myself another cup of coffee, okay? That's my plan. I also have to be mindful of when I'm stopping today, specifically because not only do I have company coming over, but also I need to go out and buy a video game because I'm like, yeah, I kind of need this video game for like production purposes. Ah, shit, I have too much stuff in my inventory. Wait a minute, I think I can make this work. Uh-oh, it's been a while since I last slept. Yeah, soft shell. You could have shortened the Luigi's Mansion video to, yeah, I like it. Ugh, so unnecessarily long. Don't tell me it's Call of Duty. No, it is Mario Party, actually. I have a reason to need Mario Party. I won't let on why. Maybe, actually, this video has been in production long enough that maybe I should do an early cut of it on my Patreon. But I've got company coming over, and I suggested Mario Party, and I have a reason to need it for professional reasons. So I'm like, hey, we should play Mario Party. And like, my sister was like, oh, okay, cool. We'll bring a controller or two over. So I'm like, oh shit. I actually haven't bought that yet. I need to go out and buy Mario Party now. So. I really like this. I'm really hopeful that it fits. Perfect planning. Exactly. 2 birds, 1 stone. It'd be weird if you could have more than 4 players in Mario Party. Will the costume stay on? I will be wearing the costume when I come back. I'll probably take it off while I'm making... I don't want to wear this at a hot stove, you know, with a bright red burner. I'll be back while wearing it, though. Come to think of it, let's check the squat count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 squats. Okay. Okay. I have arrived, and before I It's the responsible thing to do. I'm actually I'm gonna sink to the bed over here. All right, so here's the deal, chat. Making coffee with a mocha pot is a lot more involved and takes longer than just going downstairs to get a bit of coffee out of a drip pot. So I want you to know that this is going to be a bit of a longer AFK. Okay, so enjoy the music, and I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. But I will be back, I promise. We're going to go to at least 4 o'clock, which is about 40 minutes from now. So, yeah, enjoy the music. I'll be back as fast as I can. It freaking figures, man. It freaking figures. The one time I have a freaking playlist going so that you guys don't run out of music and the playlist ends while I'm gone. I'm melting my brain trying to do this costume for V. What's the costume? An inkling. And I'm turning a 2-liter soda bottle into an ink back tank. We already designed and cut a custom holographic t-shirt with a Squid Company logo on it. We got an inkling head thing. We just dyed a small mop bright pink and used a pool noodle to give her her fave item, the ink brush. So now it's just hot pants and the plate that connects the tank to her back. But to do this, I need to like model an ink back tank that can open. It needs a working hinge, has an ink-like look inside, and actually attached to the human child's back. This is way outside my comfort zone. It's a complex system. Does it need actual integrity to hold stuff, or are shortcuts acceptable? You can do a whole lot with a clipboard and duct tape. It just stopped. Oh, okay, that's good. I'd suggest high gloss acrylics for giving things an inky look. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Oh, all right. I have another donut. I want a donut so bad. Money can be traded for goods and services. Yeah, here's the thing. I just recently learned that my sister, certain types of onions will give her problems. So I was like, okay, it's got to be like red onions are a type that will not bother me. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I forgot to buy those, so I had to run out and do a little bit of grocery shopping this morning. So what did I do? I picked up donuts on the way out because they're right across the door. They're right across the intersection from us. I'm on call, so I can't go out and get donuts. And V and Sue are going to a party today, so they don't want anything high calorie. DoorDash? I feel guilty, okay? No guilt, only donuts. I love donuts, man. All right. Get as much of that sticky stuff off my fingers as possible. I'm craving jelly filleds. Might make a stop during our appliance shopping. I encourage you, because it's hard to go wrong with donuts. All right. Cheers. No, not cheers. That is too hot. That is too hot to do a cheers with. Oh boy. Should have made my coffee ages ago. All right, let's unload my inventory. This is deep slate. Yeah, that's deep slate. That's basalt. Where's blackstone? Here we go. Alright, now to find out whether or not it's possible for me to dye this shulker box while it still has stuff inside of it. Hey, the roof is almost done weathering on this thing. Cool. That's good. Right. I've AFK'd here long enough to allow at least some of the trees to grow, if not all of them. Sometimes you get lucky on that front. Yeah, it looks like the garden or the orchard, if you will. Oh, good, it didn't. Yes, yes, I'm quite happy about that fact. No bad things so far. Okay, go ahead and hop back to Midcrest. Well, you know what? You know what I think I'll take for a win today? I will take for a win the fact that, despite how much of a rip-roaring start we got to the stream, nobody deigned to drop anything like a hundo on me today. I think I can safely say that because I'm only going to be streaming for 15 more minutes or so. A tall glass of horchata? What is it? What? Huh? Horchata? Horchata? This doesn't make any sense to me. Horchata? Horchata? What is horchata? I've never heard of this before. This is a new word. Okay. Okay. You got my curiosity. Horchata beverage. Various beverages which are generally plant-based but sometimes contain milk. It's a Mexican drink? I've never heard of this before. In Spain, it is made with soaked ground and sweetened tiger nuts. In some parts of the Americas, it's based on chicharro, melon or sesame seeds, and white rice along with other spices. Different varieties can be served hot or cold and may be used as a flavor in other beverages such as frappe coffee. Okay, that informed me of nothing because very few of what they described in that are familiar to me. It's sweet? I'll take that for certain. Like, I think I was able to gather at least that much. Oops. It's like cinnamon vegan milk. Oh. Is that what this Haktua thing all the kids are talking about, going on about nowadays is? Oh, for fuck's sake, God. Good old Haktua. Everybody loves a good Haktua. Okay, so we're gonna be doing a little bit of rail riding today. I got a bunch of clay here that I need to deposit. That's not where I want to go. That's not where I want to go. Doomsday Paladin just redeemed Say S-word. Your S-word is slide. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm sliding along the rails. It's the most appropriate thing for me to do. Yay? That's odd. There we go. 5, 10, 15. Okay, so that's all 50 squats, and then we've got the S word, which I just did. So we'll mark that as complete. All right. Well, chat, you've gotten a little bit quiet, which is entirely okay. I don't expect you to be super chatty all day long, you know? But at the same time, how did things get so sleepy? I wish I had an answer, but I don't. There's a lot of rail riding that I have to do in this game. On this server. What accent did they make you do? Old school televangelist. It was unpleasant, Dave, let me tell you. It was so unpleasant. I was chopping trees, so I had to make nothing but tons of wood puns. Ugh. Whew. For some reason, I'm quite sleepy. My word. Where's the tip emote? Alright, Doomsday, you have spotted something that happened last night and I meant to prep for it, but I ran out of time, so I wasn't able to. Twitch has taken away the tip emote. Sounds like you're going to have an axe to grind about it. I mean, with trees? Yeah, absolutely. But yes, chat, sadly, Twitch has revoked the tip emote. It was qualified as sexual. I do not know if somebody flagged it. I do not know if it was an automated check. What I can tell you is that it is no longer. It has been removed. And we are not going to get it back. Because I personally think that this is an opportunity to move on and make something a bit different. So now, chat, your only option is the underwear, okay? My fantastic blue and white panties with the pink bow. So, use that until Twitch decides that it's too racy as well, okay? You know. Get it in while you can, because I don't know how much that's going to stick around. Okay, so I need to take all of the clay out of this. Alright, that's all I needed to do, just drop that clay there. And the next thing I gotta do is go back along the rails that I just came in on. Get in while you can, because I don't know how long that's going to stick around. TWSS. I don't know what TWSS stands for, but cool. But your streams are marked mature. Well, my understanding is that it doesn't matter that my streams are marked mature because my emotes can be used globally across all of Twitch, and that's what they care about. I have no earthly idea. Like, my understanding is that if there's something that shows butt, get it while you can because I don't know how long it's going to stick around. That's what she said. Oh my god. Anyway, my understanding is that if an emote shows butt in any way, it is qualified as mature and not allowed. Because, like, when I started talking about this to other people, they were like, oh yeah, this happened to so-and-so too, who's, you know, like a big streamer or whatever. And it's like, well, what happened there? And they were like, well, it was just a ferret, you know, and their butt was wiggling. So they took it away. And it was like, was it a really well-defined ferret butt? And it was like, no, it was like, it looked like the end of a cucumber, basically. You know, it was like a melon. Not two melons, just, I don't know what to say. Hello, Zouchin. Greetings and welcome. We are in the home stretch of the stream. So, welcome to the stream, you know, for as long as it lasts still. And, hey, Storm Mage, I don't know if you're still here, but I want to thank you once more for the gift. I should grab the other half of the gift that you gave me and compare it to the one that I've got here. I'm also about 3 levels of dead. Well, at least you haven't hit 5 levels of dead. That's where the boss level, that's where the boss spawns, you know? Once you get 5 levels deep, then you run into the boss that spawns down there, so. Hey chat, I have a question for you. How long are my pair, is that pair gonna hang out up there? Oops. That's 7, not 5. 5 is where you have the puzzles. That's not true. Level 5 is the boss level. We all know that. It's either boss levels go in intervals of 5 or 10. Okay? 5 or 10, never both, one or the other, and never any other number. William Strife, masturbator. Listen, all I'm saying is that I am still salty over the fact that I went and I pulled that set on when it was nice out. And I was like, cool, I can finally wear this set that I got because it's not so freaking hot outside. And then what happened? What happened? The first thing, someone dropped a freaking hundo and they've been hanging out up there for 3 weeks now. Hello, Ratchet. I can give you food, but I can't give you anything else. 666 is the final boss to end all the final bosses, though. Well, that would be like a special exception to the rule. It's not like the original rule doesn't exist. No. He wants to hang out on my lap so badly. Like, don't get me wrong, chat. I like getting the hundos, but man, you know how to freaking choose them. When to fork them over to me in the most inconvenient of moments ever. Alright, now that that's done, I need to unload the remaining stuff inside of my inventory. And to do that, I have to head out to Emberlight. He needs baby time. It's baby time. I don't want him on me when I'm wearing this costume. I'm lucky that I haven't overheated yet today. And I'm about to do squats in this hot dog. If taking my bun off wasn't going to be violating Twitch terms of service, then I would. But unfortunately, that's not the way that things work. Squat dog. Oh, you're right about that. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, the smell coming from downstairs is amazing. Dinner is gonna freaking murder me today, man. It's gonna taste and smell so goddamn good. It smells so good already, but the taste is gonna, oh. It's gonna be the payoff. Alright, I believe this print will work. I believe. Well, as long as you believe hard enough, it'll become true. Isn't that right, Dave? Alright, I need to empty this. This stuff out. Whoops. There we go. Okay. All right. My inventory situation has been sorted. I can only sleep. I just saw lightning strike down in front of me. Storm Mage, paging Storm Mage. Are you here? Are you there? I guess I'll take that as a no. Okay, so we're gonna run back to Spawn Village, and then we're going to we're gonna close up for the day. we're going to close up for the day. I don't know how likely it is that you guys will see me again over the weekend. It'll depend on how much energy I have on, like, Sunday or whatever. I don't know how much time I'll have on Sunday either. I really got to do something to dress up this freaking highway, man. Kind of boring. Not gonna lie. Kind of boring. Don't worry about us, just have fun. I mean, after what I was gifted today, I'll try not to get too happy whenever I put it on. You should make a ghoul Strife emote. I've got a lot of emote slots left. Maybe I should go through with it. Maybe I should go through with it. It wouldn't be a bad move. But right now, what I need to do, my biggest priority for like what changes, is the fact that we need a new tip emote. I don't know what that tip emote is gonna look like. Well, I say that I don't. I've got an idea of what I think the tip emote should look like, but I don't actually know whether or not I'm gonna go through with it. So, okay. So disconnect. Back. Quit. The end of a pen. I don't... What is that? What is that supposed to be? Is that an innuendo for something? Oh. Oh, a tip. Oh my god. For God's sake. Okay, so before we close up completely here, so here we go. This is what I got, right? Okay, I'm off to buy home appliances. You enjoy yourself. Okay, so this is the thing that was gifted to me today, right? This set, okay, in this nice color blue, and then this is the one thing that matches with it. Wow, that really actually goes together quite well. Look at that. Enjoy your deaf, not a hoo-ha costume. You enjoy the rest of your day. So blue stockings, and that goes together pretty well, don't you think? Those two colors. I don't even intend half of my comments to be sigh-worthy. I'm just glad they work out that way. God. I'm happy about that combination. I'm happy about that combination. All right, chat. Let us stop that music. And you know what it's time for? It's time for squats. So whew. Let me go ahead and start this music. We'll do 50 squats in a hot dog costume, and then it's going to be stream out. And if you guys are lucky, you'll see me again this weekend. If not, I'll see you on Monday for your regularly scheduled stream. Let's do this. Whew. That was a workout, chat. Holy freaking moly, was that a workout. Thanks so much for watching. I will see all of you next time. Take care of yourselves. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Stay Strife.